Look, Team Molotov, you shouldn't count them out just simply because they have so much experience. They have so much. What, they've been playing since 1.6. Source playing at competitively the highest leagues. What I can maybe note as a problem maybe is just they haven't gelled together completely as a team. But before I go any more onto that is we shall be going directly live onto Dust 2. Back, Renegades versus Vox Eminor. Renegades going to be up 1-0 on the map count. And it's going to absolutely crack off. Yeah,
Vox Eminor going to be starting here on that T side. Obviously this being Renegade's pick. So we'll see how they do go on this one. We're going to see a few grenades coming out here for Vox Eminor rather than perhaps you know, a lot more of the armor that you perhaps would see. Havoc is going to pick up the first kill there onto Teddy T. So Vox Eminor already starting off with a loss, I guess, a player loss there. Yam will be holding mid here. He's going to probably be able to spot out a couple of these guys jumping into mid or walking into mid. Nova does spot him out as well, but the smoke is going to come across. That's going to deny Vox Eminor the entry onto that site. They're going to head up here towards short, and it's going to be tough now because Azza is going to be holding here on stairs. Can he find a headshot? No, he can't just yet. Does find one, but Moe and Mont find themselves one apiece. So the A site completely clear at the moment for Vox Eminor. And, well, they're playing pretty slowly. They're not really sure what's going on in that A site. So they're not too keen to just charge out there and lose their heads, I guess, so to speak. Because Renegades, there's no one on there, but Vox Eminor just still hanging around here on Catwalk.
Yeah, so I think we just got to... I know we can't see them on the X-ray. We're just looking on the camera right now. Moe's going to charge out with the rest of the team, but Sponge picks up 2. And all of a sudden, Monster, last man left standing on Catwalk with the bomb. He's going to be running towards short. But Renegade's going to be rotating appropriately, so it's just up to see who can hit heads faster. Bond gets the first one, is flashed out, going to be charging onto site, and he should be able to get the bomb plant down, which is going to be a big bonus in terms of the bank account for Vox Eminor.
Yeah, it's all down here to Mont in the 2v1 situation. Definitely doable, but in this case, not going to happen. JKS just popping out there and taking him down with the USP of his. And all good now for the Renegades. They're going to pick up that pistol round. So Vox Eminor going to be coming from behind.
Yeah, so just trying to fix out the X-ray at the moment. Not sure what's happening with it right now, so just makes it a bit difficult for us to see through things. We're going to see Renegades. They do have a scout, actually, in the hands of Yam. Meanwhile, Vox Eminor just going to be stacking outside around long. One is actually pushing mid right now. Not sure. Sponge going to be pushing through. Gets one. But just gets taken down by a wall of unmovable terrorists. Yeah, there's a ton of entries coming onto the side here from Vox Eminor, but they're not really hitting the shots. Havoc can find himself 1-2 kills perhaps. Not really going to be able to close that one out. Deoxide has picked himself up 1 there, but is going to be taken down in the end. Only a couple of guns lost there for Renegades, and they were cheap guns in the end as well. So pretty good round coming out from Renegades so far. Yeah, so, I mean, Renegades didn't really lose much there. Vox Eminor, they just went for just all pistols. They got the bomb plant down, so we're going to see a full buy and a contest coming out right now.
Yeah, it's a round 3 buy up there for Vox because they got that bomb down. So now we will see a bit of a split sort of situation. They're kind of just hanging around in tunnels and towards bedroom. And also, I guess you could say towards mid. So they're just covering off pretty much everything and trying to find a bit of intel, a bit of information on where the Renegades are holding and that sort of thing. But really haven't been able to spot too much out just yet. Teddy T hanging around there, trying to find someone through the double doors. But Yam is going to be the first one to pick up a kill there onto Nova with that scout of his. So a better buy coming out from Vox Eminor so far, I guess, up against the Renegades buy, but not working out too well. Renegades definitely using their weapons to, you know, how they need to be used. Of course, Yam doing a good job so far. Sponge now going to be holding here towards stairs instead of Azza. Havoc is going to find himself 1 kill. Can he find 2? No. Deoxide just going to jump out there, takes him down, but Deoxide really only on 3 HP, so almost dead. There's going to be another couple kills going in the favor there of Renegades, and this looks like the first rifle round going to go in the favor of Renegades. Indeed it does. Azza going to find the first kill, and yeah, no real cheers coming out from Vox. A bit of a smile there from Azza as he closes out the round, but really, at the end of the day, Vox Eminor, Renegades rather, are really, I guess, in the zone, trying to be as you know, careful as they can, just being serious about the match rather than really having a lot of fun. They want to win, and they want to go through to tomorrow, of course, and get the opportunity to go to the ESL Asia Qualifiers. Renegades. They're doing a fantastic job just so far. Yam is going to get traded out there, though, so unfortunate for him. Sponge, though, finds himself 2 kills off the back of that. Mont is going to take him down, but a really worthwhile situation there for the Renegades so far. 1 player left alive. That's going to be Mont. And another good round coming out here from Renegades. 4-0 so far. So things are getting pretty difficult for Vox Eminor. They really need to, I guess, win those pistol rounds to get themselves into a bit of a momentum in these halves. And unfortunately for them, it didn't work out in their favor in this second map, rather.
Oh, Moe wins the sniper versus sniper battle down mid, and that's going to be the entry Vox Eminor might need. We're going to see as they're jumping his way into pit. Dio is stuck by himself, and the rest of the terrorists just stuck at long, unable to exit right now.
Yeah, Vox Eminor, I mean, they've got the kill there onto Yam, but Azza is going to take down Dioxide. The crossfire coming out there to just to support Azza as he managed to peek around there. Teddy T will find 1 more there onto Havoc. He finds 2, in fact. So a good job from him so far, and he's doing some pretty decent work on, I guess, for the Vox Eminor guys at the moment. Sponge is going to take him down there with the AWP of his, interestingly enough, but still the player advantage in the favor of Vox Eminor. Sponge looks like he's going to push through the smoke. Not going to work out too well for him because Mont just hanging around on the other side there. I don't think Sponge was particularly happy about that one. But we're going to see JKS, the final player alive. And I think if you want to have 1 player alive in a clutch situation like this, if you're Renegades, it's going to be JKS. I know a few people disagree with me. They think Yam, clutch master, but I'm a fan of JKS. So we'll see what JKS can do here in this 2v1. He's going to come up here from CT, trying to just peek around and check out where everyone is. That smoke's going to give him a bit of an idea of where one of the players from Vox Eminor is, but he's going to jump up here onto the site, check it out, and see if he can spot anyone. Isn't going to find anyone just yet, but is going to find Mont now that he is peeked around, try to shoot him through the smoke. Does a fair amount of damage, but JKS not yet going to be taken out. Does spot out Mont, but jumping and trying to get a shot on in that situation is not really going to be advisable in, I guess you could say. JKS, unfortunately, not able to take that one out for his team, but Vox Eminor picking up their first round of the map.
Yep, so just well played once again by Vox Eminor. Once they got the first pick, you know, they worked their way around it. Huge props to Teddy getting that 2 frags on long and opening up the opportunities as well. And it was just a bit of bad luck for JKS. It's very difficult to try to break that crossfire that terrorists have.
Yeah, 3-stack here towards long coming out from Renegades. They're actually pushing really aggressively and might catch the Vox Eminor guys off guard. However, the trade is going to go 1 for 1 at the moment. Sponge taken down there, but now we're going to start to see Vox Eminor get the better of this push here on towards long, and now it's a 4v2 situation. Yam going to be on his own here on that A-bomb site, just hanging around, not sure really where to look, checking up on towards short, and now starting to push back towards CT, perhaps a little bit of a safer position. We're going to see Vox Eminor slowly making their way towards that A-bomb site as we see Teddy T here on the lurk, waiting for the rotators, and perhaps a pretty good position from him.
Yeah, but Renegades, I'm not sure. Yeah, Renegades might be looking to save this one. Nova doing absolutely amazing work with 3 kills, but Teddy will be taken down just as Yam pushes through mid. And that's going to be 2 very, very important guns safe for Renegades. So they might lose this round, but they're going to be looking to recapitalize on the next one. Vox Eminor just playing that favoured, Australian favoured, long, push out long, you know, take long strat. And that's what Renegades needs to do now. They need to shut down that long, and they just got to work out an exact way. Mon is pushing in backyard right now.
Yeah, that is right. We're going to see Mont. Is he going to be able to find anything? And the answer is no, because Yam going to be too sharp there. However, that does give the intel for the rest of these Vox Eminor guys as to where the players from Renegades are. Doesn't look like Nova is too keen to push in there, though. Not really willing to risk his weapon. And it's going to be a round in the favor of Vox Eminor, but Renegades still looking pretty good on this second map.
Yeah, definitely working on those entry picks on their critical players such as Nova and Moe, as well as Teddy at the moment. You know, just still waiting for Dio and just waiting for Dio to really fire up. Probably just waiting for a bit of space. We're going to see a bit of a funky strat out of Renegades right now. Probably a stack towards mid. We're seeing one charging right up catwalk.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to assume that Vox Eminor are going to be able to take away this round relatively easily. They have found 1 kill already onto Azza. Now, Yam and JKS are really going to be the only ones that are going to offer any real resistance here for Renegades. They're still alive, though, so things not all over just yet for Vox Eminor. They do need to be careful that they don't lose too many guns in this situation because they don't want to be, you know, playing with their economy too much like that. A flash comes out there onto JKS, but he managed to find a kill through it. Yam finds himself one as well. So a 2v3 situation now, and the 2 riflers still alive for Renegades at the moment. It is going to be Yam finding himself another kill. Mont is going to trade him out, though. JKS, the final man alive in a 1v1 here between Teddy T and JKS. The bomb in Teddy T's hand, so he is able to, I guess, rotate towards this A-bomb site should he so desire. JKS just hanging around there in lower tunnels. Oh, what a shot there from Teddy T through the smoke. I don't think he actually knew where he was. It was a bit of a spam, bit of a, I guess, a luck shot, and it works out for him in the end. Vox Eminor picking themselves up another round, but it was a very expensive one up against that eco of Renegades.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they'll still be able to afford an AWP. Buying an AK, Mont probably has to be dropped an AK. It's going to be all AKs versus all pistols, so the Renegade's going to be forced onto another eco round. We'll see what exactly happens. 3 long, 2 in B side.
Yeah, the eco rounds have not been too bad so far, the Renegades. I mean, they've managed to get a fair amount of guns out of the hands of Vox Eminor every time they've been on eco. Mont is going to find the first kill there onto Sponge. But yeah, Renegades, I've been relatively impressed with their eco rounds so far, so I think it's probably not an awful decision for them to eco twice in a row. See if they can just get a full buy up and then really go ham in the next round. I'm going to see a couple kills go in the favor of Renegades though, so perhaps this is going to be the round that they pick up a win in, and it would be certainly very cool to see because, you know, obviously they are on the eco. Azza and Havoc have picked themselves up a couple of AKs. JKS is going to go down. Yam will trade that one out. Moe is going to watch short here with the AWP of his, but there are 3 players from the Renegades to contend with. Now they've all got rifles as well, so it's even Stevens in that respect. But Vox Eminor have the player advantage. They have spotted out 1 player as well. Moe, they know where he is, and the flash, or the fake flash coming out there from one of the players from Renegades isn't going to work out. Azza in a 1v1 situation has to defuse the bomb. Not really in his favor either. Moe playing this to perfection, just waiting around. Oh, he's going to get taken down, but there's no time. Azza doesn't have a kit. And the bomb is going to go off. Another round for Vox Eminor, but another one that is extremely expensive up against another eco here coming out from Renegades, and they are bankrupt.
Wouldn't say, well, yeah, the money wasn't updated just then, but I wouldn't say bankrupt, but they've lost an AWP, and they've given it in the hands of Renegades. And, you know, Yam's going to say, oh, thank you very much, free AWP. That's like, he's going to be really happy with that, and there's no way that the terrorists, Vox Eminor, should I say, can contest mid right now up against Yam's AWP.
No, there are no real long-range weapons here for Vox Eminor. They could, I guess, contest with an AK, but perhaps not super advisable. They are going to head towards the B-bomb site here, flashing themselves through the smoke. It's going to catch Yam off guard. Is he going to be able to find anything? No, he's not. Moe with that Tech 9 is going to take him down. JKS in a pretty good position here, but he's going to get grenaded. Moe is going to peek around, take him down with a headshot as well. So Moe with 2 kills already with that Tech 9 of his is going to trade it out there for a M4, and the bomb goes down here for Vox Eminor. So they're definitely putting up a strong fight here on this terror side, and Renegade's just going to be looking to save this one. It is very difficult to retake on that B-bomb site.
That's an amazing read by Vox. Noticing that, okay, they knew that they had, Renegades had an AWP. They knew that Yam loved to play mids. They knew that the weakness was towards that B site. Instantly exploited it. Yam got taken out. Moe knew, after B site was cleared, there was only one position that the CT player could have been. As I say this, Havoc, the last man left standing, going to be dueling it out for his survival. Does take down Moe, and it's going to be a very, very good save for the Renegades, getting 2 rifles out of that affair.
Yeah, not too bad of a round for them, but definitely would be looking to pick up a couple of wins here. Vox Eminor, though, I mean, they'd be pretty happy with how things are going for themselves so far. A few kills and rounds going in their favor, of course, but Renegades, we're not going to count them out just yet. They have got a full buy here as well. Yam, of course, with that AWP of his. Not sure where he is. Let's have a look. He's hanging around on the B bomb site, so not really going to be able to spot too many people out, seeing as Vox Eminor more aiming towards mid and A. But definitely going to be tough now for Vox Eminor to push in here. Lots of smoke's going to come out from the Renegades. Guys, they have got a full buy, so they are able to start walling some of these like choke points off, I guess, so to speak. And Renegades, you know, just playing the slow round. Vox Eminor as well, not too keen to just charge in and lose their heads.
Yeah, so Yam's just going to head peek and see. Mont just making a bit of noise. Not sure if he spotted him.
I don't think he did.
I think he suspected something. I think he might have spotted a flick. Meanwhile, Sponge takes down Teddy at mid. He's got CT control right now. Moe slowly peeking out.
Yeah, Moe, he's on the entry frag roll at the moment. Oh, that looked like it would have hit, but unfortunately for Moe, not going to be the case. And that's, you know, going to be a thorn in their side, I guess. But still, a few players left for Vox Eminor to work with. It's going to be all down to Yam now, defending this B-bomb site with that AWP of his. Does have the backup of a play. I think it's JKS there, but not really going to need it. Does find himself 1 kill, and that's going to force the Vox Eminor guys to back out. Nova has found himself in mid, but this smoke, or we'll see if Sponge pushes through or if the smoke dissipates first. No, they're going to spot each other out. Nova does manage to find the first kill there, though, so not too bad for him. There's going to be a bit of spam coming out, but not going to really hurt him too much. He's going to be shot in the back there from Carr. JKS taking him down, and the rest of the Vox Eminor guys just keen to save.
This is a bit of a trouble. That was a big miscommunication by Vox Eminor just then. Amon, I'm not sure who the last two were alive just then.
Mon and
Dio alive, and they decided not to take B site. They didn't communicate this to Nova, who decided to go into B site by himself. So this might be a bit of a problem. They need to just make sure that they communicate up and just know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been the case that Nova thought, well, if I try and get out of here, I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well do something. But certainly some sort of communication missing in that situation there for Vox Eminor, perhaps.
So Teddy playing a very aggressive short, managed to make his way through, but Yam did spot him out with his AWP. Mon has the AWP now, so instead of Moe, so it's a bit interesting.
Yeah, we can see Moe just with that Tech 9 of his. So not a full buy coming out from Vox Eminor, but they are going to have enough stuff, enough grenades and that sort of thing to work with to get onto these sites. The smokes once again coming across from Renegades, and everywhere that Vox seems to go, they seem to run into a smoke and kind of have to stop for 20 seconds or whatever.
Vox are committed to this A-take. Smokes are coming out, 2 going to be coming out long, so Azza by himself holding long, Yam at Carr with the AWP. So Azza's going to fall right now, and Yam stuck in a very sticky situation. They're going to be pushing out from all angles right now. Havoc has managed to take down Mon with a bit of a burning him out. Moe jumping
nice
down.
Shot from Yam.
Gets taken out by Yam.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much always count on Yam to hit his shots. He's just such a solid player for Renegades, and he's kind of, a lot of people consider him to be the best player in Australia just because of his consistency and how he is able to, impact the game at important moments and that sort of thing. And he's definitely proving to be a very strong player for the Renegades, as we kind of saw overseas, I guess, and of course here as well, doing a pretty good job. But yeah, Renegades, I think the sky is the limit for these guys at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. But Vox Eminor definitely playing very, very well. It's very, very tight scoreline at 6-5. Vox Eminor going to be forcing an eco, just going hard B. So this might be another kill feed for JKS, or could the terrorist bust through? We shall find out.
Yeah, I mean, last time Vox Eminor tried to go through a smoke onto B side, it worked out pretty well for them. We'll have to see if they decide to go for it again. They do have 1 flash on DX side to work with, so perhaps flash out this tunnel and just try and charge in. I hope Yan doesn't manage to pick up too many kills, but perhaps not a fantastic idea. Moe going to try and peek there with the Tech 9 up against the AWP. Perhaps not as advisable, and it didn't work out too well for him in the end. 6 rounds in the favor of Renegades at the moment, looking like it could be 7 at the end of this, though Vox Eminor have managed to get into mid. But Sponge, I think, has spotted them out. Yes, indeed, he has. He's going to be able to spam down a little bit, not really hitting his shots there, but JKS making up for it, finding himself 3 kills there. And the only player alive now, Teddy T, does take down JKS. He's got a pretty close angle here to work with. Could do some work, but in a 3v1, it's going to be tough for him. He doesn't have the bomb planted either, so time working in the favor of Renegades as well. He's going to try and get the bomb down, you would expect, eventually, but Renegades really not going to allow that to be an option. They just charge at him and take him down without any issues at all.
Yeah, they definitely didn't want the bomb plan to go down. What I like to just point out, just saying, Yam, actually just playing that spot, Yam and JKS just so strong in that B site right now. They made 1 mistake and they instantly patch it up. You notice where JKS' position is now sitting. He's sitting at the doors but within B site. He's ready to support Yam if there is a mistake. As soon as I say that, Yam gets another frag onto Moe.
Yeah, and it's good to see Yam as well rotating his position. I mean, last round he was on the B side, now he's on A long, and it's really catching Vox Eminor off guard. As you can see there, he managed to pick up the first frag of the round, and doing a good amount of work with that AWP of his. So a nice work from him coming out so far. It's going to be a boost here in mid. I think they are aware that there's a few Vox players there. And the grenade going to go out, not quite going to hit Mon. If someone spams through this smoke, he's going to go down. They do spot him out. The flash is going to come out, but Sponge manages to hit his shots. Mon goes down. Now a 3v5 situation here for Vox Eminor. Things not looking too good for them. They don't have a huge amount of grenades to work with. 2 smokes really to speak of. So it's going to make getting onto the site very difficult. Now there goes 1 as well. So Azza picks himself up 1 kill. Teddy finds a trade onto Sponge, but Havoc He's found himself in a good position here. The players from Vox Eminor trying to deal with him, but Nova, in the end, going to take him down, having lost a lot of his health, though. So things are very tough right now for Vox Eminor to find a round, as they're going to take himself down 1 kill. The only player alive here for Vox Eminor is Nova. He's a pretty good player for them, but only 9 HP, definitely not going to be anything to write home about, and he's going to be taken down relatively easily there by Vox Eminor. So 8 rounds, by Renegades rather, 8 rounds in the favor of Renegades. Looking good so far this half for them. Could be 10-5.
Yeah, Yam top scoring at the moment, 14-7 with that roaming orb. Let's see where he goes next. Looks like he's going to go towards long. Vox Eminor going to be forced on another eco, but at this moment, Renegades really dictating the pace in these last couple of rounds, playing very aggressive, just getting map control, getting any information possible, and just securing sites they need to. As soon as they secure it, they fall back, consolidate, and as a result, Vox Eminor can't find any opening unless they get any entry frags. Yeah,
the eco coming out here from Vox Eminor as well, all Tech 9, so definitely going to be tough for them to be able to do too much in this round, especially considering the way Yam has been AWPing so far this half. He's just been on fire, but we'll see what Vox Eminor can do. Looking towards this A site, they do have 1 player hanging around in tunnels, lurking a little bit, but really not keen to, I guess, execute just yet. They're just waiting. And, I mean, there's no flashes to work with. They really probably need to put a smoke here on short, and they do. But that's going to signal to Yam that there are players coming along there. He's going to find one, doesn't hit the second shot, but he's got a chance at a third. He does hit that one. Yam has picked himself up 2 kills, does find a third in the round as well, and that's going to be the shutdown. I guess the push shutdown there for Vox Eminor. It's going to be tough now to go up against 5 players with rifles for Mont here. If he gets one, he'll be happy, which he doesn't. JKS taking it down. No guns lost there for Renegades, and last round of the half, you know, Renegades opportunity to pick up 10 rounds on that CT side. Dust 2, that's a pretty good result for them.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure if that smoke that Vox Eminor threw, they obviously threw out smoke to try to block off any vision that any counter-terrorist would have of them. But I think that really just worked in Yam's favor. By the time that Yam had a very, very good corner just to peek across, and as a result, Vox Eminor couldn't really do anything. They had to run very, very far out just to even see him. And at that line, an AWP is going to always win.
Yeah, especially up against Tech 9s like that. There wasn't really much hope for there for Vox Eminor, but I guess you've got to make do with what you've got, and they did so. Unfortunately, didn't work out too well for them, but now Vox Eminor have got the rifles to work with. This could be a round that they pick up. If they get to 6 rounds, I think they'd be pretty happy with themselves. Renegades, though, would be disappointed if they don't manage to close this out in 10 rounds. No, he's going to chuck a Molotov across, and he's going to probably, let's see, what's he doing? No, he's not going to throw the smoke, so he's just hanging around. Sponge just hiding behind the stairs here, or a little bit of a doorway, I guess. But no one really going to be going for too many trades, just a bunch of grenades coming across, and that was some nice defense there from Renegades. They are going to trade 1 kill apiece though, so now Vox Eminor will see if they can get onto the site. We do see a couple of players charging up on short. Havoc, he's hanging around in the smoke. Nova does spot out one, didn't manage to land his shot there onto Azza. It's going to, I guess, spurn the rotate here for the Vox Eminor guys. Mont with a nice shot there onto JKS, but Yam is going to trade him out, so it's a 2 versus 3 here for Vox Eminor, and their 6-round hopes are going to lie in Dioxide and TDT. Yam's got a fantastic position here. Going to watch and see if anyone crosses over here towards the B-bomb site, and not going to spot anyone just yet, but a very quick shot there coming out. Nice reaction. Does find 2. What a fantastic player. And that was a good individual performance there from Yam. Look at that, 20 kills, only 7 deaths. And he's coming up huge at the moment for Renegades.
I'm just looking at him on stage at the moment. He's just cool and calm, absolutely on fire, but not showing any emotion. Just an emotionless killer right now. And he's just completely decimating Vox Eminor by himself. Yeah. I mean, just those 2 AWP shots. If Vox Eminor didn't have any smoke grenades and they're trying to enter B side so late, they're not really going to have any opportunity to go in. But we'll see how Renegades take this right now. Vox Eminor stacked up onto short. Do have Teddy push all the way out of catwalk, but hasn't spotted out JKS. JKS just dancing below the smoke grenade. Mon going to spot out bomb, going to be taken up by Azza. Meanwhile, Nova from short is going to be rotating with his team after taking down JKS. And they're just going to be charging through smoke. Azza just trying to buy as much time as possible. I think it's just been running towards ASO. Yeah,
pretty crazy round coming out here from both teams. Everyone just charging around the map everywhere, and at the end of the day, the Vox Eminor guys ended up on the B-bomb site, Renegades ended up on the A-bomb site, but Vox going to be the ones to take away the pistol round, so they definitely needed that. You know, they have still got a huge mountain to climb here if they want to take this map from Renegades.
Yeah, but just then, I think one of the Renegades players actually blocked one of the old ones off in CD spawn, and he couldn't escape and died to Nova's USP, I think. So
unfortunate.
A bit unlucky.
These things happen, though, in the game of Counter-Strike, so I guess you can't begrudge your teammate.
Mon's in a very good position right now. We'll take down Sponge. Oh, and takes down JKS as well. He's got the bomb. Yam will get a frag. Oh, he'll get 2 frags with the Tech 9. All of a sudden, it's brought it even, 3-on-3.
Yeah, I was talking to PDG last night in our hotel, and he said that he thought Yam was the best Tech 9 player in Australia. And, well, I guess it's starting to prove itself here. Yam picking up those 2 kills. So he's going to be able to pick up an MP7 here. As a bit of a duel here up against Mo. He is going to win it, but he's going to be traded out there in the end by Mont. So now it's down to Yam with that, well, I guess with the Tech 9 and the SMG from him. We'll have to see what he can do. He's only got 11 HP to work with, so definitely not something that he can, you know, play around with too much. If he can manage to find 1 quick kill, perhaps there is some hope in this round for him, but definitely going to be tough for him.
Yeah, so they're just flashing out. Counter-terrorist, Vox Eminor, more than happy just to play passive right now. Yam so low. He's probably just going to, he's going to be cleaned out by Mon. So Mon's going to pick himself up 4 kills. Unfortunately with the P90, so it's not going to add that much to the bank account. The P90 does not give that $600 kill reward. But still, that's a very clean round. They did lose 3 SMGs, however, but no little issue.
Yeah, and we're going to see Vox Eminor once again going for a bit of a buy, but not a perfect buy to speak of. Still a ton better than what Renegades have got, which is actually just a complete eco. All the Glock train going to be coming out here. See where they decide to go. They're hanging around lower tunnels at the moment, going for a bit of perhaps a mid to B. The bomb is hanging around towards A as well, though, so yeah, perhaps we'll see a bit of a fake coming out here. Teddy T perhaps is going to spot the bomb out, though, and that's really going to throw a spanner in the works for Renegades. Now the objective is just to get some kills, to get some guns out of the hands of Vox Eminor, but the Vox guy is way too strong there. I guess the gun advantage did put it in their favor, but Renegades not even managing to get 1 kill there. Yeah,
Nova taking down 3 in quick succession. Key important point to know that Nova has been playing this mid position for a very, very long time now. So I don't think Renegades, he won't give this mid position up without a fight to Renegades. He's very, very sharp. Meanwhile, Renegades won't have a full buy. Obviously, after forcing up pistols and that second round and having even going full eco on that 3rd round, they won't have enough money to have a full set of grenades, and that's showing up.
Yeah, it is, but they have managed to get into mid here relatively scot-free. Yam is going to pop around the corner, takes down Moe. Havoc, meanwhile, takes down Teddy T as well, so 2 fantastic entries coming out here for Renegades. Mont is trying to even the tide at the moment, but isn't really able to do too much. JKS takes him down. Deoxide will find a trade there, but now it's down to Nova and Deoxide. Actually, Deoxide goes down, so Nova in a 2v1. These are the situations where the Vox Eminor players really need to lift, because this is where Renegades, I feel, are getting the better of them. If Nova can win a 2v1 in this situation, it really can put the momentum in their favor, and perhaps they might be able to close the map out, but we'll see what he can do. Looks like he's just going to go for the save with that AWP of his. So Renegades going to get away with a round here.
Yeah, they might have enough money next round with this AWP to force up 3 rifles, 3 full M4s, maybe a kit between 4 of them, as well as a FAMAS as well. So they're still obviously contesting for that hold, rather than Nova on 35 HP, risking, well, forcing them onto an eco round effectively if he died. So
yeah, well, Vox, they do have a bit of money in the bank, and it looks like they are going to go for a buy-up. Teddy T going to have to deal with that CZ. Of course, didn't have quite as much money as the rest of his teammates. Renegades, on the other hand, have got a ton of money, have picked up all AKs and a heap of grenades as well, so things looking pretty good for them in terms of the buy. But Vox Eminor going for a bit of a 3-stack towards A long, but the early flashes coming out here onto the B bomb site. The rush coming out for Renegades. They pick up 2 entry frags. It is going to be pretty difficult now for the Vox Eminor guys to really do anything, because they were all hanging around down here in long.
Yeah, they're just going to save once again. Look, Sponge just charging in, and as they say, you lead by going in first. Just absolutely just taking down Mon instantly, and Moe just completely being caught out of position. He had no chance. And that's just an easy win for Renegades.
Yeah, that is right. And Renegades, they're going to pick up their 12th round here. So Vox Eminor, they're not too far behind, but definitely not looking like they're going to be able to really do a whole lot up against Renegades here on this map. They are getting a few rounds in their favor, but for the most part, it seems to be Renegades doing the best of the two teams. There's going to be a couple of kills going there in the favor of Renegades, and all the guns now out of the hands of Vox Eminor. That's really disappointing for them because now they're going to be forced to pretty much full eco. Do not have a lot of money in their favor. Renegades have got a full buy-up as well. The AWP once again on Yam, and we saw how dangerous he was on the counter-terrorist side with that weapon. Well, you can expect that he's going to be just as dangerous on that terrorist side. A 5-man stack here on towards the B side, though, from Vox Eminor. Could this catch the Renegades off guard? Not really. Yam is too sharp there. He's going to pull out his Tech 9 as well, and just a massacre coming out there. Vox Eminor, I guess they had to throw the dice and see what they could get done, but in the end, it didn't work out too well for them. Perhaps they just wanted to get that eco round out of the way.
Yeah, most. But that's... Even if you want to get the eco round out of the way, I feel like that was a bit too hasty. There was no... I don't think there was a smoke thrown towards mid. No, there may have been. I just probably didn't hear the radio command, but... Even then, it's just a bit odd just have 5 people charging in just like that. No flashes, no anything. Just really just hoping for AIM really to carry them through. And that's not going to really work against Renegades. AIM is just not going to carry you simply through. You're going to need a bit of teamwork. It's a bit disappointing to see them not contesting eco rounds like that, really.
Yeah, well, Nova is going to find the first kill of the round here in this rifle round. So good signs at the moment for Vox Eminor, but Yam once again prowling with his AWP. Oh, what a shot there onto Mont. That was dirty coming out from Yam. And I mean, he is just playing fantastically so far at this land. Definitely, I mean, something that you would have expected coming out from him, but jeez. Well, Havoc going down to the Molotov. Moe rather going down to the Molotov of Havoc. Yam finds himself another kill with that AWP, so definitely getting his money's worth with that weapon.
Yeah, this is the issue right now. Vox have not contested a single bomb plant for hasn't contested a bomb plant for the last 3 rounds now. And that's a big issue because this is going to be the 4th round. They're going to be trying to say Yam is going to be taken out, so they're going to... Dio is probably going to trade out another player. He's in a very good position. He just needs to be careful.
Yeah, unfortunate thing for him is he's got 2 angles to watch there and peeked onto the wrong angle just as JKS popped around the corner and was taken down without doing too much damage there. So Renegades within striking distance now of this map. 14 rounds. They only need 2 more to close it out and then take the best of 2, 2-0, and that'll get them 3 points. So definitely something they want to get. If, of course, there is a 1-1 draw, both teams get 1 point apiece, and obviously you get no points for a loss. So
yes.
Vox Eminor going to have to put in a bit of work in their following matches if they do end up going down here. But Vox Eminor, they're looking like they're getting a few kills here on this eco round, so perhaps we have a game on our hands. But Yam decides not really. He's going to get taken down. So a 3v2, but not really a huge amount of guns in the favor of Vox at the moment. But it's now a 1v3, and you really would have to count out Havoc. He does find one. He just needs to pick these 1v1s, and at the moment he's been able to do it so far. The Molly is going to come out there on towards the lower tunnels, and he's going to rotate on towards A long. He's got the bomb as well, so definitely has what he needs to be able to close out this round. Just going to have to be a pretty strong clutch from him. The Vox Eminor players content to sit in mid, perhaps trying to get trying to listen and hear where Havoc is going, but not going to work out for them. They probably do have an awareness now that he's going to be on the A bomb site, that smoke has come down. This looks like he's going to go heading towards long, judging by that plant. But at the moment, just hanging around on the site. And he really needs to find a 1v1 here. If they both peek out at the same time, it's going to be very difficult for him to do anything. Does spot out Moe. Nova's going to pop out a little bit too early, and Moe, he's on his own now, has got an AWP. It's going to be really tough for him in this situation. Havoc, everything is in his favor. The P250 comes out, jump shot attempt from Moe, not going to connect, and looks like Moe is going to have to give up on this round. Havoc just going to drop down and try and take him down. You'd have to favor Moe in this situation. Indeed, he does manage to pick up the kill, but unfortunately for Vox, the round going to go in Renegade's favor anyway. So really nicely played there from Havoc.
Yeah, Havoc just in the end, just taking down Nova really just delayed that push from Moe. I think Nova might have just pushed out just a little bit too early. A bit unfortunate on Nova's behalf, really. I think he was just trying to surprise Havoc, but Havoc just with so much experience, just knew exactly what was happening, took them down. And it's going to be match point. They just been going charging towards base side. Let us see if Mon has learned anything from his previous experiences.
Well, he has found 1 kill already. He's going to have to reload, but he's going to be ready by the time they peek out. Finds 1 kill, doesn't find the second. Sponge is going to take him down. There's really no one else here on the B-bomb site. Moe is watching through the door through his AWP, but he's going to get smoked off here. And this is looking okay for Renegades despite losing all these kills. Vox, perhaps, I guess, a little bit closed out of the site. So they're just going to wait for these smokes to go down. The bomb hasn't been planted, so Vox just content to wait at the moment. Sponge plants that one. And now the retake attempt going to come out here from Vox Eminor. Havoc is going to push out, though. Doesn't really manage to do a whole lot, though. And Vox Eminor are going to pick up the round, and they survive for another round. But Renegades still 15 rounds. They only have to get one.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm not sure if any of the viewers noticed it, but it just said, because you know how you have the green save text?
Yeah.
You know, you just save this player. Nova saved Dio, and Dio saved Nova at the same time. So, true teamwork.
Well, very good to see coming out there from Vox Eminor, but they still have a mountain of work to do here. We're going to see MoECQ with that AWP of his. No AWP on the side of Renegades. They've all got AKs though, so they're probably pretty happy with how their buy is looking at the moment, and they're just going for perhaps a little bit more of a safe round than their previous one, trying to charge there into the B bomb site. But now they are just playing slowly. They've got a couple guys hanging around in T-spawn, and well, Teddy is going to push straight up mid, finds himself one kill. Moe is holding an interesting angle, perhaps just picking away at just the wrong time, and Azza not really too keen to pick out there now that he's heard a player from Vox Eminor moving around there. But Moe is back in that one position there. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. Not going to be able to do too much. Azza playing that one to perfection. Can he find two? No, he can't. Deoxide proving to be too strong, but Renegades are picking up a couple of kills across the map now, and it's a 3v2 in the favor of them. Vox Eminor, their hopes for this best of two, I guess, still resting on the guys of Mont and Deoxide. He's going to be down now to Deoxide now that Havoc takes that one out. It's a 1 versus 3. Deoxide, here's a pretty fantastic player, but it's not going to be enough. JKS closes out the map there for Renegades, and 16-9, the end result for that one. So 2-0 in the favor of Renegades on that best of 2, so they'll pick themselves up a nice 3 points.
Yep, so 16, so they're going to win the first map, Inferno, 16-10, win the next map, 16-9. Very well played by Vox Eminor, very positive plays at most times. Just, you know, a slight bunch of missteps, but they corrected some of the mistakes, sometimes a bit too late, sometimes they didn't really pick up on them. If you look towards how the Renegades played, you know, that's pretty much text. This is what a top tier looks like. They make one mistake. I don't see them making that ever again. Just like that B-site take. That never happened again. Yeah,
still a bit of friendly banter going out between the two teams there, you can see on your screen, but definitely a good atmosphere here at ACL so far. And as we've just seen, Renegades taking out that first best of 2, 2-0. And Vox Eminor, I don't think they played particularly badly. Like, you know, they picked up a ton of rounds against the best team in Australia, and they're going to go up against, you know, the likes of XL5, Sneaky Assassin. So perhaps they'll be able to get a few maps in their favor. Take that second spot. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to take a bit of confidence. You know, they took 19 rounds off Renegades. They're going to be more than happy with that, and they're going to be proud of the fact that, you know, the Renegades had to show them respect. That's the biggest thing. I mean, there are sometimes, you know, you see those pushover matches where, you know, we'll see top tier teams just pushing in, just, you know, just going, you know what, you don't deserve our respect. We'll just come in, we'll kill you, we'll clean you out just like that. But Renegades had to show Vox Eminor respect, and that's definitely something, you know, positive. They learn from their mistakes. They're doing very well, and, you know, they did very well for their first time on a big stage, I would say, for a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, Vox is still kind of a team that's, they're not a new team, but they are relatively new, especially in comparison to the likes of Renegades, who've been a team for however long they have been. Vox kind of formed after CGPL, which was in April, I think. So only a couple of months. So they're doing pretty well for a relatively new team. They're a pretty confident bunch of guys as well. So, I mean, I'm sure that this loss isn't really going to hurt them emotionally too much. They'll definitely be able to, you know, keep that going into the next couple of games that they play.
Yeah, definitely. So it's nearly time for an interview, but before the interview begins, I would like to say a big thank you once again to our sponsors, Plantronics Gaming, HyperX, Corsair, BenQ, Dominoes, as well as DX Racer. I don't think we mentioned Dominoes earlier, so if you guys actually in the chance, we do have a bunch of voucher codes. I'm just reading this off because I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is, but Dominoes, they're doing this thing called Pizza Mogul. You get to design your own pizza, and if people like it and buy it, you get money. So if you go towards Pizza Mogul, I mean, we've got our own one. You know how we love them. We love them meaty, we love them bacon as well. So if you search for hashtag meaty bacon by ACL, you will find our creation, but don't stop there. You can make your own as well.
Yeah, we'll also give a shout out thanks to Domino's because they are providing the pizzas for us today for lunch. But looks like it's time we're going to be going towards the interview over with Sponge and Sandman on the main stage.
Thank you very much, Elfish Guy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Renegades. Sponge, they've just gone 2-0 in their very first game. How did you find that game?
A bit shaky, to be completely honest with you. I didn't personally feel very comfortable in either map. It felt like we still getting into the day, I guess. You know, first match of the day, we just got to warm one in, and hopefully we can get better as the day progresses.
Now, you boys who have been Vox Eminor for a very, very long time, coming into today with new shirts, new team name, up against Vox Eminor. How does that feel for you coming into today?
When Yam and I walked in and we were standing up here having a look out, the new Vox boys walked in the Vox hoodies, and I saw him come in, and I looked, I went, oh, that's my team, and then I went, wait a minute, no, it's not. Luke jumped on the computer, went to load his config on, clicked onto the, is that better for you, Chris? Went to click on the config folder, clicked on the Vox Eminor one. So, you know, it's going to take us a while before we get it out of our heads that we are Vox, but we're now the LA Renegades, and yeah, it's a new experience. It's going to be a new adventure.
Times are changing, but all for the better, I hope, for you guys, certainly in the future. So that's game one done. You went up against Vox, so you said a bit of a shaky start, and obviously you didn't want to lose to the new Vox Eminor. You've got Sneaky Assassins coming up next. How are you feeling about that?
Well, their match versus XL5 is still going. I thought it would be finished by now, but so it's obviously a bit closer than we thought. I don't really know a lot about their team, so that's a very scary factor when playing a team. If you don't know anything about them, you don't know what to look for. So I'm not gonna count them out, but if we just play a solid game of CS, we don't have to change things up too much. We should be able to get the win 2-0 pretty comfortably.
Awesome. So pretty confident to come in. You pick that 2-0 up. Hopefully you'll make way through tomorrow relatively easily. Who do you expect to come out of this afternoon's group?
It's a really tough group, actually. I think Immunity are the front runners.
Yeah.
But then between Direwolves, Avant, and Team Molotov, as they're now called, it's all quite even, I think, because Team Molotov and Avant always show up on LAN. And then Direwolves are probably the most prepared out of those three teams, but they are not as well-versed at LAN, so I suppose. So if they can show up and perform how they do online, I think Direwolves will come out second in that group.
All right, so Immunity Direwolves is your prediction for this afternoon's group. Who do you think is going to come out, hopefully, with Renegades this afternoon going into tomorrow?
I think it's going to be a really tight group as well. I think if Vox play the way that they just did then, they had very good structure and whatnot, that they could upset XL5 and come through second in the group. But it's a coin toss between those two teams. I can't give you a definitive answer.
Yeah, so you never know. We may see Vox Eminor, not surprisingly, coming through tomorrow, which is what we would have expected 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Sponge. Do you have any shout-outs that you want to make today?
No, just to the new organisation, LA Renegades, and our #1 sponsor, Alpha Draft. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck for your rest of your games today, and hopefully tomorrow if you guys make it through. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game #1 of ACL Pro Sydney. Counter-Strike Global Offensive done and dusted. We'll be up very, very shortly with our second game of today. Going to be Sneaky Saxons up against the Renegades. Don't go anywhere.